here. We have a whole team where we're so excited to be here. We'd love to connect with you guys, engage, and we would love to hear a feedback from all of you guys. So please motivate us and engage with us. We love to get your calls on. This is going to be a very new, very, very informative show, and we're excited to be here to entertain and to give you a lot of information. And be excited with us. We're loving this. So I'm going to introduce you to my new co-host, Adrienne.
Hi, Houston. I'm Adrienne Norman. I am thrilled to be the co-host of the Dabang Power Hour. We will be coming to you every week with topics that will hope to get you involved in the community. That's our goal, is to get you out in the community and have you want to make a difference. That could be everything from voting to volunteering, getting your youth involved. That's really near and dear to my heart. I was a high school teacher for 10 years before I was a lawyer. That's what I do now. I'm a juvenile and criminal defense attorney. And so I really am looking forward to bringing my knowledge about just government and politics and policy, but as well as my desire to engage the community. I enjoy giving back. I love to see especially the young people get involved in the community. And so, Afshin, what are some of the things you're looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to bringing out the community, informing them about all the things that they can that can be done. From, as you said, voting to community services, mental health, and just things that are going around in our community that is really necessary for everyone to know. Just like elections are going on, a lot of people, they have the rights to vote. They don't know where to go. They don't know how about to start. Hey, there's a lot of events going on. You guys can come out, go to these events, get information, get to know one another, get to know your electives, get to know the surroundings around you in your community. I've been here all my life almost. I am from Pakistan, but I came to America when I was 3 years old, so I grew up here. Being an American citizen, but I'm so involved in my community. And I see a lot that is needed in our community, and therefore, my only goal is to bring everybody out of their hole. People that don't know how to do things, we will make that, we'll give you that information where how to bring yourself out, how to get connected with the community, and how to move forward. So, and if you have any questions, you have anything that, you want to give us an idea on, would love to hear about it, so we can engage on that and give you more information and give you ideas and pathways of getting those things out there. And there's a lot of things that I've seen. I am part of a lot of Pakistani associations, so I see a lot of how people network, and there's a lot of people that need to come out to network. They're shy, they're scared, or they don't have a pathway. So we are here to bring that pathway on for you. So what else have you done, Adrienne? Any community services?
Well, yeah, I am active in the Exchange Club of Fort Bend.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's a community service organization that focuses primarily on child abuse prevention.
Amazing.
We give some youth scholarships as well. I'm active in the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo,
Okay.
another organization that focuses on scholarships for young people. Also lots of fun. I'm also involved in the Fort Bend Young Lawyers Association.
Nice.
So I try to put myself in different areas, in different ways to give back and get involved. But it seems like what I'm passionate about seems to go back to young people time and time again.
Youth.
And I think that especially for our show, that's going to be just providing resources for not just young people, but the community at large. But for young people especially, they're new to this. They don't know where to go to find information. Yeah. And so providing those resources is going to be I think, a great benefit that's going to come from this show.
And this show will benefit a lot of people out there. It's not just adults, youths, and everything. But yes, definitely. Obviously, the youths are the new hashers, so they're just coming into the community. And definitely, we would love to provide those resources of how for them to come about and get into the pathway of engaging with our community.
Yeah, I've been really thrilled with the feedback that we've gotten about the
Great
show.
feedback.
We've gotten some ideas for future shows that I can't wait to bring to you. As a matter of fact, if listeners, if you have ideas or suggestions, today's your day to call in and help us come up with our next few shows. The call-in number is 713-974-4000. Call in, tell us hi, give us some ideas of some shows that you'd like to see, some topics you'd like to see that addressed that you don't feel are getting enough attention, or where people in the community could use some guidance.
Yes, absolutely. We would love to hear from our audience, to see what else we can engage on and, make it awareness to the population here.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, I believe you were mentioning one of the organizations some of the organizations that you belong to.
Yes.
I'd love to hear more about how you're giving back to the community.
So I do have my own nonprofit, Women for Women, which we provide a lot of resources to women who wants to create their own businesses, or they have no ideas of how to come about. It's just resources, and then we also connect with our Fairbanks County officials and bridge the community with them, so that way, as I said, we don't have enough of our own people coming out to engaging with officials out there. You have the right to vote. You have all the rights to vote. You should know about who are you voting for, or know your about in your own community.
That would be a great show, right?
Yes.
To bring some of those people in to talk to the community.
Bridge our community with the officials of Fairbanks County, ladies officials, mainly, since it's a woman nonprofit.
I love the girl power. Well,
Yeah.
I think we have our first caller.
Oh, yay.
Hi.
This is Afshin, Radio Dabang.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. Who is this?
This is Christy, and we are calling from Fort Bend County.
Hi, Christy. This is my friend Christy calling to prop us up. Thanks for calling.
Hey, Christy.
Are y'all listening loud and proud in the
Really,
courthouse
we were
today?
Calling to wish you. Turn that down because it's delayed.
Yeah, turn down the radio.
I am here with a couple of people that you used to work with, and we wanted to just wish you the best of luck, and we're so excited to see you on Facebook and listen to you on the radio.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for turning on the Dabang Power Hour at the courthouse today. Y'all spread the word so that we can get more listeners each and every week. And if y'all have got any ideas for shows, y'all know where to find me.
We will certainly think of it. Say hi to Miss Adrian, everyone. Hi, Adrian.
Oh, that's so sweet. What a
Thanks for calling and helping hyping us up, guys.
Thank you,
got
Christy.
It. Have fun. Y'all look great.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, I think we've got another caller. Hi, who is this? This is the Dabang Power Hour.
Hi, this is Shazia. I just tuned into your show and caught my attention about woman to woman and helping the community.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead, Shazia. I'm listening.
So I've been a Houstonian and now in Sugar Land for almost 30 years.
Wow.
And I'm working towards engaging our community for us as adults, but the next generation. My focus is more on education and inclusive education.
Awesome. Yes, this is much needed.
So I would love to get involved, but more in the mainstream, not so that people in our community can mingle and come into the mainstream. And because I feel like we're kind of setting ourselves on the side more and more.
Absolutely.
So I would love to get more information about your nonprofit, and if you could guide me to where I could go and maybe contact you off air.
Absolutely. You can contact me off air right at this number, and I'll catch you on.
Okay. Is there a website for your Woman to Woman organization?
There's not a website, but you can catch us on Facebook, Woman for Woman. You'll see elected officials events on there. You'll see Afshin Bamani. You'll see Farah Ahmed, my partner, and Sajal Javed. So if you see those ladies on there, you will know that you're on the right page. You can message me there, and I'll connect with you.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Well, how about that? Two callers right off the bat.
Amazing.
Excited and ready to get involved.
Okay, this is getting pumped up now.
So one of the things that, we are in the middle of election season, right? We've got the big election in November.
Yeah.
And I know we want to make sure that our audience members know that our show is going to be nonpartisan. We are just here to inform and activate in general to however you choose to get involved in the community. So I wanted to make sure that everybody is aware that this is a nonpartisan show. We're really here just to educate and inspire and get people out there in the community.
Yes, exactly. I agree. I completely agree with that. We would love to, as I said, it's a community awareness. So a lot of our community members, even mainstream, whomever is actually listening to us today, we want to, make sure that we have this awareness for you. There's ways that people don't connect, and, they're not really out there in social media. And this is probably the best way for them to connect. And this is where we can bring you that awareness and inform you and activate you in such events where you can come out, mingle, get to know people, maybe even build your network. This is I think this would be a great platform for us to engage with you all. And I'm super excited to be here. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm already getting this chills here, having two calls, and asking us about whatever we were talking. So I know that you all are there, you guys are supporting us, and this is great. This is a very good start, Adrienne.
I know, I'm pumped.
I'm pumped too. Oh my gosh. So what else? What else are you doing so you're an attorney.
So I am. I've been a lawyer for a little over 8 years now. Mm-hmm. I was, like I mentioned previously, a high school teacher.
Oh, nice.
In the Katy area. I grew up in the Katy area.
Okay.
That's where I'm from. And I taught government mostly.
Wow.
My degree's in government.
That's good.
I decided I wanted to be a lawyer.
Wow.
So the last 3 years that I was teaching high school, I was in law school. So I taught during the day, and I drove to law school at night. And my first job out of law school was at the DA's office in Fort Bend County.
Very nice.
Yes. And I loved my time there. Okay. I loved being a prosecutor. The former high school teacher spent most of her time in the juvenile division.
Okay.
Which I absolutely loved because a lot of you do a lot of work to rehabilitate the kids. I can imagine. Right? And that's something too that I think community awareness about. I saw a lot of mental health issues that had not been addressed in young people, just resources that families could benefit from that they didn't know were out there. Yeah. I'd love to bring those types of topics to the radio station as well.
And I believe mental health takes a very big role in our community, as well as every other community as well. But I think our community, in the South Asian community, mental health is not, we don't have that much of awareness. We have very strict, Muslims are raised very strictly. The families are very strict, the traditions are very strict, so kids don't get, exposed of all the awarenesses of mental health. And I believe that, I think this platform, we should bring out somewhere where mental health gets through awareness to these families. And, these kids, they're out there instead of, they're going, I see a lot of kids out there, they're young, they're high school students, they're out there with friends and this and that. I want to see them be involved in volunteering in such events and places that, they're talking about volunteering, and they have topics of, volunteerism in their conversations rather than, parties or hangouts and, all these things. So I really want to. Hopefully, we can also establish that in our show.
I agree, and I think
know?
it's important to build those habits and teach those things young.
Yes.
That they can start building on that. There's a
Yes.
practice. We had another caller, but they went
Okay.
away. You can feel free to call back, caller person.
Yes, yes.
The other thing that I was going to mention was I was at the DA's office for a long time, but I recently left and started my private practice as mostly juvenile and criminal defense.
Okay.
So that allows me right now to do some things like this passion project. This is something that, is exciting and a way that an opportunity that I would have. I'm jumping at to get out there in the community and get people going.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And growing up in Houston, I've seen so many things happen, just not with adults, families, youths. But I really want to focus on youths mainly because obviously they are our new generation. And they are going to grow in our new generation. So that would be amazing to kind of target and kind of create a platform where they can come out and indulge in with certain professionals and kind of find their ways out where they don't know how to. And I think you've worked with a lot of youths as well, and I think that would be a great way to kind of put a platform out there as well for them, and they can call in, ask questions if they have. Hopefully we have a lot of youths out there listening to us. That would be amazing if there is, because I know the adults are there, but yeah, I would love to have the youth on there. Hopefully they can even download that app that we have for Radio Dabang.
Well,
so
if not, they
do.
can find us on Instagram, right?
Yep, we are all
Instagram
over
Live,
social media,
YouTube.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We are everywhere. And this is, I know we adults are out there now, but the kids need to be out there as well on our platform and listening to us, so we can kind of guide them as well. Or they can get someone out there can get some guidance from us or have questions, call in. We would love to hear from them.
Yeah, I think that the more we can. I don't want to teach at people. I am a former teacher, but I don't want to teach at people. I really want this to be an interactive show. I would really, welcome people to whatever their area of expertise is in community engagement. Reach out to us. Maybe you do work with kids in mental health. Maybe you do. What about jury duty? Do we need people to know about the importance of jury duty? What are your experiences? What would you like to see more of? The information to get out there. But I really want this to be experts in the community or people that are already doing the things. Come and talk to us so that we can get your information out to the community, because they might not know about all of this. Yeah,
no, agreed. And, I think with your expertise and my expertise put together, I think we can create a very, very resourceful show for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have quite some guests that are going to be on the show, so we can, have a lot of informations for you to pass on to. But at the same time, we would love to hear from you once again. If you have any ideas or you have any things on your mind that you think we need to be a big awareness in our community, hey, call us immediately. We would love to hear from you. Give us your ideas, and if we can, we'll implement it and share that awareness with everyone out there.
So, Afshin, what are some of the things you talked about your nonprofit? Whenever you're not non-profiting, what do you do?
So my background is finance and accounting, but family was always into business. I kind of got pulled into business ever since I've been doing my own business, and I kind of put it on remote. So I do have my merchant service business. And that's on remote, so that does well for me. And then I just got myself into real estate. So I'm a commercial real estate agent.
That's a great way to meet people
out
there.
And I love what I do. I simply love what I do. And at the same time, it gives me leverage of getting myself involved in all these, associations and giving my help, my hand out for help anywhere that's needed. I do help quite a few families. So I love community service. Giving back, it's a major thing for me. I believe if you are working and you're creating your life, don't forget to give back. Giving back will give you a lot more in the future. Believe me, I promise you that. There's just so many people that are, in need, and I just love helping out. So I've always been out there in my Smiley Shia community. I've also was part of some associations where we helped needed people, needed youths, and stuff like that. So it's been a very good experience, and that experience I'd love to bring out in the awareness, and wherever it can help, it will. And I've seen it.
That awareness and then those connections that you've made,
connections, absolutely,
they're going to be great to bring in to our future shows.
Yep. So I love networking. I love meeting people, and you guys want to meet me? Call me. I would love to hear from you, and we would love to hear from you. So yes, community awareness is a priority to me, and this is why I'm here. I'm here to provide you those resources where you can come out, engage, activate, and if you want to come and meet us, come by, drop by.
Some of the things that, I'm thinking back to my time in the classroom, some of the things that the kids were always interested in learning about was, how do I know who I'm supposed to vote for?
Yeah.
How do I know what I like? How do I know what they like?
Yeah.
I think the young people aren't the only ones that have those questions. I think, especially new voters, people that they need to know, I have these beliefs, but how do I figure out which candidate aligns with those beliefs?
Yeah.
I don't want to pay attention or just rely what I hear and see on the TV and the radio. I want to know on X, Y, and Z issues. I look forward to not getting into vote for this person or this person, but how do I find people that align with the beliefs that I have? Yeah. And I think that giving resources to let people do that work, but make it as easy as possible, right? Because you don't want to make those barriers too high where it's too much work for people to get engaged.
Yeah.
I hope that what this show does is lower that barrier to engagement. Yeah. And the more resources and the easier we can make it for people to get involved, the more likely they will get involved.
But not only that, we have those officials actually going out and meeting the public. And that makes it easier because then you can meet them one-on-one, conversate with them, get to know them, get to feel them out. It's all about who you want to vote for, what you think and what you feel about that one person. So it's important that you come out of your hub. I mean, if you're shy, it's okay. We're here. We'll make you come out of that bubble. But you need to come out and just shake hands with these guys. These guys are normal people. But you wanna have the right person in that seat to do the right thing.
Yeah, and I think that people tend to focus on those big national elections, the big national campaigns, but so often it's that city council person, it's the school board member, it's the local county judge. Those are the people, the elected officials that are going to impact your day-to-day life.
Absolutely.
Much, much more than whoever's in the White House.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I agree.
We will have the opportunity on this show to connect our listeners with those very individuals to find out more about what they do. How can you get involved in some of their projects that they're passionate about? And what we can do to connect them.
Yeah, I think this is a great way to at least connect the very individuals with our community. So if they're not out there, at least you can hear us out, and who we bring here, it's gonna be very interesting because you'll get to learn about that one individual, and also that way it gives you more clarity maybe. To understand where they come from and how much they've involved themselves in the community and what they can do for us. So it will affect us who we put on the seat for our day-to-day performances. So
we have another caller, Afshin.
Oh yes. Hello,
hey guys,
caller.
This is Q calling from Sugarland. Can you guys hear me?
Hey Q.
Hi Q. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for calling.
Oh gosh, this you know what? This is so exciting. This is something that I was hoping that someday we'll do this. And I think we have several, stations, people who are doing this and are trying to make this effort. But I'd love to see how two of the most engaged and active community members, and that too, women from our community, are really taking this on. And I think this is going to pay off huge. So first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you, Afshin. Thank you, Adrian, for doing this.
Thank you, Q.
This is amazing. So this is, I think I heard part of your show. This is a weekly thing now going forward?
Yes.
It is every Tuesday from 1 to 2.
Correct.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And
I...
Q,
Yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
ask you, what would be some of the topics if you're so excited, I hear the excitement in your voice. What would be some of the topics
Yeah.
you'd love to see covered?
I'm so happy that my wife is not on the call with me, because she would have said, "Oh my God, you guys have just blown away your next 30 minutes." I will not take that long. But I think, listen, I think in my mind, and I've tried this in my own capacity, collectively, individually. At the end of the day, I think people are looking not to be told what to do, but really to empower them as to where they can go and get the information that they need, answer the questions they have. And then I think everybody wants to then say, I'm good to make my own decision. Too many times I feel like, especially in my community, South Asian community, we get very opinionated, and it's like, now you have to do this, and if you're not going to do this, I'm going to get upset with you, right?
Wow.
And I think, most of the people are saying we're mature enough, we're wise enough. Just answer our questions, tell us what's going on, make us aware, tell us where to go and get educated, and then let us make a decision. And I think I heard, as I said, part of the show so far, and it sounds like that you guys are going to bring a lot of that to the table. So as long as, an election coming up, all the way from the basics to how to register to vote and where do I look up candidate information, if there's a forum going on, how do I attend, what are some of the, if I am concerned about, taxes or the economy or the jobs or inflation, where do I go and educate myself how to read through sometimes what every candidate policy looks like, which is the same? How do I actually read what is it that I'm looking for? So if you guys can do that, in my opinion, that's a leap forward.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, and definitely we'll try to implement that on our show.
Yeah,
And,
thanks so much for that feedback, Q. That's very helpful.
Very helpful.
No, again, congratulations. I'm excited. So the thing is, most of the time I listen to the radio in the car. But the awesome thing now is that I believe you guys are live streaming as well, right, on social media?
We sure are. We are on Facebook Live and on Instagram Live and on YouTube. And
Everywhere.
what I really like about those formats is the shows will be saved, and we can link resources to each show that we discuss. So if we talk about a candidate forum or someplace, we can put a link in that show so that our listeners can go and find that information that we referenced in the show.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I can actually share that in my social media.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. Well, listen, I don't want to take too much of your time, but again, thank you and congratulations. So excited about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Well,
That was
fabulous.
that was fabulous.
Yeah, that was. And that's got some great great tips for some future shows. I love the, if you do have questions about, things like taxes,
Yeah.
what about your appraisal value on your house? Things that aren't glamorous.
Yeah.
But, maybe people need some resources on how do I go about doing that? Even
Absolutely.
doing those types of things get you out there in the community and meeting and
Absolutely.
talking to people.
Absolutely. And if guys have questions about whatever backgrounds we have, and we can affiliate with you, and you guys can call us with questions. We'll definitely help to answer as much as as to best as we can. But yeah, this overall, the whole platform that we have created, this it's for just for awareness and information, so you guys, everyone can get that information.
And we've got another caller.
We got another caller.
Hello. Hello, caller. Who is this?
Hi, this is Councilmember Letitia Plummer, City of Houston.
Well,
Hey,
hello.
Letitia.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Of course.
So So
anything that I can do to be a part of this conversation.
Absolutely. You can kind of give us your idea of what you would expect out of our platform, and what do you think what all platforms we should cover
So
that you've
just
seen in
in
the
terms
community.
yeah, of course. I think there are a couple of things. Looking at the political climate now, regardless, from a nonpartisan perspective, just simply engagement.
Okay.
What I find oftentimes in our communities is because, we're either children of immigrants or we're maybe two generations away from being a child of an immigrant, right?
Right.
And so, oftentimes our parents come here to establish opportunity, and that is their focus.
Right.
But as children of immigrants, we have to understand that they worked really hard to create the opportunity for us, and it's our job to kind of run that ball down the line.
Right.
Well, I think I agree. That's a great point,
Completely.
Councilwoman Plummer. Go ahead. You were going to say you think that means, what does that look like?
Yes. So it's really important for us to consciously be intentional about doing that, though, because we get so busy in our lives, and many of us from the community are middle to upper income, right? And so we live in the suburbia areas where things are a little bit better than inner city. And so the urgency of getting engaged is not as high or as heightened as someone that lives in a community that's more underserved.
Correct.
So we have to be very, very intentional in understanding that we have a voice. Our voice collectively is getting incredibly stronger as days go by. We have a lot of political influence that we need to activate, but we have to do it in one voice, and we have to make sure that we're all committed to doing so.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I think that fits perfectly with the goals of our show, is to give people a voice. And once they find that voice, what's the easiest way for them to go and use it, right? We want to make sure they have those resources.
Correct.
Right. So from a nonpartisan perspective, both entities, of course, we have a two-part party here, right? And so regardless of what side you're on, being engaged with a voter outreach, voter engagement platform of what that party understands and believes in, and making sure that we're kind of, that we're aligned on those. But let me tell you where the power comes from. The power comes from thousands of people agreeing to one specific platform. And then now we're able to go to those political parties and make an ask and say, if you want the vote of the Muslim community in Houston, this is what we're expecting. And we're able to do that. We're only able to do that in numbers. And so that's in my opinion, where us as Muslims have to step back and say, okay, what is our ask? What are we wanting to see happen within our city, within our community, within our state, within our nation? And what does that look like? And how do we present this to the right people that can help make these decisions?
Right.
Well, I have a suggestion, Councilwoman Plummer. I would love for you to join us on our show one day, and just talk to the listeners about, number one, what does City Council do? What are they responsible for? And what is your job on the City Council? But also I'd love for you to talk about this engagement and giving voice, and what, in your experience, what is the most effective way to do that? So expect to hear from us from the Dabang Power Hour to see when we can schedule you to come in and chat with our listeners.
I would be honored to do so. And thank you so much for allowing me a couple of moments to share my ideas.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks so
Thank
much
you
for calling
sharing.
in.
Thank you.
Okay, absolutely.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was wonderful.
Yeah, and I love the idea of giving a voice to
Yes,
people, right?
absolutely.
Because that's really what this show is about, the Dabang Power Hour. We want to empower people.
Empower.
We want people to find their voice. And so I love that she put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And finding the voice for people out there, I think it's very much needed. And if we can give that platform for them, that would be lovely. So hopefully, we will work a little bit hard on that. And anyone else that have more ideas, definitely, call us in, and we're writing down all your ideas and see how we can implement that.
I think we have another caller.
Another caller. Hello, caller. This is Rebecca.
Hello, folks.
Go ahead. We're listening.
Hey, this is Nasser Abbasi, and I congratulate you for starting such a wonderful
Thank you,
platform for the
Nasser.
community.
Thank you for your call. You're always supportive.
Oh, of course, by all means, Afshin, and I am your big fan as well, and I know who you are, and I know what you've done already. And really, really, I can tell you that our community really needed it.
Yes, thank you.
Really
thank you.
badly.
We just love your support and awareness, and just just keep telling people, tune in with us and listen to us, and that way we will be bringing on a lot of information for them to use, and give them the right resources to where they can start their first steps if they're not already into the community engagement.
Are there any specific
Definitely.
topics you think that we need to jump on and address with our Dabang Power Hour show?
Yes, definitely. And since, this media will be beneficial to for a stronger community bond and, increased awareness and positive role models, empower them. So please do so. And, as being in law enforcement, myself and my friends will be there to educate our community, especially when they get stuck in bad things and later on they find out, oh, that was so easy to get rid of it. So we want to, aware our community members to stay away from, a few things to have a safe future. Mm-hmm. So definitely I congratulate you, Radio Dabang, and Mike Khan Bhai, Afshin Bamani, and everyone else for this wonderful beginning of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Very much
Nasser Bhai. Good to hear
You're
from
very
you.
welcome. Thank you. Keep it up and let us know, and we are all with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your call.
You're welcome. And God bless everyone. And I don't know the other hostess name. What's her name?
Hi, I'm Adrienne Norman.
Hey, Miss Norman, congratulate you and welcome aboard. Welcome to our community, and keep it up.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here, and I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you for calling.
I love that he mentioned role models. I that's so important, right?
Yes, very, very
to bring
important.
people in that people can identify with,
Yeah.
that they can see, oh, this person, they've kind of walked my same path, and look at what
Yeah,
they're doing now. And I'd
exactly.
love that, talk about an inspiration and a way to inspire people in the community.
Yeah.
So we need to find as many of those as we can.
Yes, we do. And I would be a prime example. Went through a lot of things in life, but look at me. I'm standing strong. I'm part of the community. I'm engaging. I am giving my hand out. Nothing stops me from it, because you gotta train your mind.
Yep.
Everything is possible in this lifetime. Things happen. It's okay.
Let's hear from our next caller.
Absolutely. Hello, caller.
Hey, this is Mahmoud Mafani from Mafani Foundation.
I'm sorry. Say again. Can you repeat your name?
My name is Mahmoud Mafani. I'm the founder of Mafani Foundation.
Hi,
And I call
Mahfoud. How are you?
Hey, everything okay? So I'm congratulating you
Thank
for
you.
arranging this wonderful program.
Thank
And
you.
I'll be part of it, and whenever you need my help,
Absolutely.
I'm here. I want to encourage, this power hour. And whenever you need me, you have my phone number.
I do.
And I'm here with the community services. We are doing a lot of things. And wherever community needs us, we are there, okay?
Yes. Thank you. You've always been supportive. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
And anything you would like us to implement in the awareness that you have seen in the community that is needed, Mr. Morfani?
Yeah, I'm available because, basic thing is to empower people, and our program should be have a powerful outreach more people you reach, your message will go. And this will be very rewarding subject you took. I'm in empowering people. We are doing a lot of things to provide them a lot of high-tech education like nursing courses, Fellow Botany, many other programs we can help people so that they become self-dependent. That is what our purpose is. We are helping in all areas. If I will be allowed a chance, I'll explain. You can look at my last week interview on Dabang Radio. I explained everything about my services. So look at my interview last week taken by Muniza at Dabang Radio 2 weeks ago. So what we do, if I'm allowed sometime, I'll explain and I'll be a part of your program. Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds great.
We will definitely look into your platform. Thank you so much for calling in Dabang Radio Power Hour.
Thank you. God bless you. Keep going.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Well,
that was good.
It is. And, just ways to give back to the community, right?
Yeah.
Having a nonprofit and giving back to the community. If anyone else wants to call in and give us any suggestions, the number is 713-974-4000. We'd love to hear your thoughts and hear what you'd like for us to address in our upcoming shows. We've got lots of, and here's a caller right now.
Hello, caller. Radio Dabang Power Hour. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Nabila Mansour, and I just wanted to call in and give my congrats.
Can you repeat your name once again? I'm so sorry. You said it so fast.
Yeah, Nabila Mansour.
Nabila, how are you?
Hey.
Thank you for your support.
I'm doing good. Yeah, of course. I heard about it. I went on online and just started listening, and I'm so proud of you and your partner in starting this initiative. This is a big deal, and it's very timely. We've got elections around the corner, and we want to make sure our community knows about the issues at play. And so, good luck with everything you're doing, and I think this will be a really great resource for the community to come for important information.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nabila. Nabila, one more question for you. What do you see out there that really needs an attention that you would like us to put into our awareness platform?
So I think, I'll be really honest. One of the issues in my community that has really galvanized but also split the community is Palestine, right? We're very worried about everything that's happening in Palestine and Israel. And so oftentimes the response I'm hearing is that these elected officials, they are not for us. They are, disconnected. They are not going to help us. I don't want to vote. I don't want to give my vote to someone who doesn't see me, doesn't see the humanity of my people. And I'm worried that they're going to sit this election out. And it's something I'm very concerned about. Even though I share their concerns about Palestine, I know that it's really bad there, and I hope our government will do better. But I think what we need to make sure is let them know what's at stake in this election and how important it is.
It is, and I think there's lots of lots of feelings of not being crazy about candidates, but it's also more than just a national election, right? We've got to educate people that there's candidates all the way down the ballot, and I think that this show is really going to try to stay away from partisan and controversial topics and really try to engage with, just here's the information, listeners, and we want you to be informed and be passionate. And you're right, apathy and sitting this election out just because is probably the scariest outcome, right? Because if we don't use our voice, so many unpredictable things can happen. And that's scary, right? We want to make sure that people use their voice and use their voice in a way that that they can make a difference. Yeah,
make a difference and show their concerns, but in a positive manner. Absolutely.
So I just hope that we're able to get the community to.
You there? I think we just got
disconnected. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was going to say it's just important that we remind everyone that the ballot is long and that there's
Exactly.
a lot of good candidates out there, and that we have to continue to push our elected officials to do better on Palestine.
Okay.
But not voting is not the way we're going to do that. We have to continue to exercise our right to vote.
Okay. Yes.
Every election, all the way down the ballot.
Absolutely.
Thank you
That's
so
right.
much for
Well,
calling.
Thank you.
Yes, good
Thank
luck
you,
with
Nabila.
everything.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, our next caller. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling the Dabang Power Hour. Who is this?
Hi, good afternoon. I just wanted to. This is Samia.
Hi,
And,
Samia.
hi, Afshin. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for your support.
No, absolutely. I just wanted to call in and wish you both. Well, congratulate you both and wish you all the best. It's wonderful to have you guys on board and great show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you like
Yeah,
to
just- and then-
give us any
ahead.
ideas on your end, what you would like to see us put into our awareness for our community?
I think you have it great. I think you girls have it great, and I think you ladies are, you know exactly what you're going to do. So I'm sure you'll do fantastic. You know, I'm sure you came on board with some great ideas already. So, you know, there are opinions a dime out there, but I'm sure you girls are going to do wonderful. So just wanted to congratulate. And because I was just tuned for the last, I'm sorry, I just heard like a little bit from the last caller of yours. I just want to quickly say this. I'm not sure who the lady Nabila is or what she does, but all I want to say to her, and I'm sorry, but I have to, I can't help it. But Nabila, if you're listening, I'm not sure who you are, but I just want to say that what you said made absolute no sense. I'm sorry. You cannot go ahead and talk about Gaza.
Well,
and then
we're not.
say,
I'm gonna.
We're not here to, you know, speak of.
No, I know that's
Yeah.
me. That's
I
my
know.
opinion.
Yeah.
No, that's just my
And-
opinion.
and-
I know you are not saying that.
We're not.
But
and-
no,
and-
you
and-
cannot say that the two candidates. Oh, and hopefully the government will do something. Both the candidates have made their stance very clear that they're not gonna do anything about Gaza. So I just wanted to say this to her. But congratulations to you both.
Thank
and
you.
Welcome on board.
Thank you, Samia. Thank you.
and spread the word about the
Bye.
show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to thank you for those callers calling in. It's been great to hear people's input and ideas.
Yeah.
But this really is going to be a, nonpartisan show. I know that there are some controversial issues out there that people have really strong opinions on, and rightly so. And we're gonna try to our best to make sure that people know how to use their voice, right, to express those opinions. But I really hate for the show to devolve into sides
to
and
sides.
and back and forth, because I don't want to necessarily.
I mean, everybody has their own opinions, so we can't fight against that. But at the same time, we need to stay neutral and understand that everything that we're doing and bringing to the table is about awareness and nothing to take anyone's side or any sides of any parties. So this is strictly, neutral, and just to bring out that awareness and resources for our community to get engaged and get activated amongst all what's going on. So please understand that a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that it is important to use your voice and get your opinion out there. Mm-hmm. And I hope that this show will give people the opportunity to do that, because voting is important. I think that both callers stressed that, and people get so hung up on presidential elections, voting for president.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, one of them said it's a long ballot all the way down. And I think that we'll devote a show on, how do you find out who to vote for when it's on the fourth page and what they stand for. So that's something that we'll devote a show to, is how to find out that information.
Yeah, absolutely. We will. We'll bring that to the table, and so that way everyone is aware of how to get your resources and your information for that part.
We've only got a few minutes left in the show. If there's anybody out there that's, just dying to call in and with some ideas or to say hi, 713-974-4000. Feel free to call in. But if you think of something after the show is over, you could always go to the Radio Dabang Facebook page. You can message them on Facebook or Instagram and send them, some ideas or thoughts that you have about the show. And always feel free to share the show on your own social media.
Yeah.
We'd love to get the word out as much as we can.
And I think I've had our first day of the show. I think I've enjoyed it. Enjoyed more of talking to everyone who's ever called in, supporting us. I really appreciate it. Many, many, many thanks to all of you who have called in and shared your ideas and your approach on it. And just keep supporting us and pass it around. We would love this awareness to go everywhere and make it viral if you want to. We love it. That's what we're here for. Hopefully we can bring you the resources and the platform that we feel that it will work for our community.
Yeah,
So.
we're going to have lots of great guests, lots of exciting people that are going to come on and tell you all about what they're passionate about and to try to activate you and inspire you.
Yeah.
So can't wait to do this again next Tuesday. So I hope that you all are ready for 1:00 every Tuesday for the Dabang Power Hour.
Yep, and with me, Afshin Pamani and Adrienne Norman at Dabang Power Hour. That's it. Thank you.